Blood stained the gravel as Sugar limped forward, her once white paws now raw and cracked. 63 days of walking. 63 days since she'd felt the touch of 10-year-old Mia's gentle hands. The small tabby cat collapsed under the shade of a roadside billboard, her strength finally giving out. This wasn't supposed to happen. Cats weren't meant to travel 200 miles. But Sugar wasn't just any cat. The Williams family never meant to leave Sugar behind. The moving day chaos 3 months earlier had been a blur of boxes, furniture, and stressed voices. Somewhere between loading the last kitchen items and the final sweep of their old farmhouse, Sugar had vanished, terrified by the commotion and hiding in a place no one thought to check. "She's gone," Dan Williams had finally told his sobbing daughter after hours of searching. "We have to go, Mia. The new owners are moving in tomorrow." The family drove away with an empty cat carrier, and Mia's heart shattered into pieces. 200 miles away, their new suburban home felt hollow, despite the fresh paint and bigger rooms. Mia refused to unpack her toys. She sat by the window each night, convinced somehow that Sugar would appear. "Cats don't make journeys like that," the local vet explained gently when Mia's mother asked if it was possible. "I'm sorry, but you should consider adopting another cat." Meanwhile, Sugar was making the impossible possible. Operating on instinct and determination no scientist could fully explain, she had begun walking. Not wandering, walking with purpose, somehow oriented toward her family across a distance most humans couldn't navigate without GPS. The tabby faced dangers that would terrify even the bravest souls. A pack of coyotes chased her up a tree on day 17, forcing her to stay there for nearly 2 days. She narrowly escaped being hit by cars 6 different times. Once she almost drowned crossing a creek swollen by spring rains. Sugar lost half her body weight. Her ribs showed through her once glossy fur. But something kept her moving forward, one painful step after another. Back at their new home, Mia had stopped talking about Sugar, a silence more heartbreaking to her parents than her earlier tears. The light had gone out in their daughter's eyes. Therapy didn't help. A new kitten didn't help. Nothing filled the hole left by the cat who had slept curled against Mia's neck since she was a toddler. On day 45 of Sugar's journey, a truck driver named Earl spotted what he thought was an injured fox by the highway. He pulled over, sandwich in hand, and discovered a severely malnourished cat instead. "She was the skinniest thing I'd ever seen still breathing," Earl later recalled. "But when I tried to pick her up, she hissed like a demon and took off. Something was driving that cat. She had somewhere to be." Sugar traveled through thunderstorms that soaked her to the bone. She navigated suburban neighborhoods where dogs chased her, and well-meaning humans tried to catch her. Sometimes kind strangers left out food, which she devoured before continuing her relentless march. By day 60, she had crossed into the county where the Williams family now lived. Her pace slowed as her body began to fail, but her determination never wavered. Mia had finally agreed to go to a sleepover at a new friend's house, her first night away since moving. Her parents saw it as progress, a small step toward healing. That's when Sugar arrived, or what remained of her. The cat that collapsed on their front porch barely resembled the plump, playful pet they had lost. This creature was a walking skeleton, fur matted, one ear partially torn. Dan almost shooed it away before noticing the distinctive black mark above the cat's right eye. "It can't be," he whispered, kneeling down. The cat summoned enough energy to produce a faint, raspy meow. The veterinarian who examined Sugar that night called it medically impossible. "Her paw pads show evidence of walking hundreds of miles," he explained, shaking his head in disbelief. "She survived through starvation, dehydration, and injuries that would kill most animals. I can't explain it." When Mia returned home the next morning, her parents filmed her reaction to the surprise waiting in her bedroom. The video of her tearful reunion with Sugar would later be viewed millions of times. Though that wasn't important to the Williams family, What mattered was the transformation. Mia spoke again. She laughed again. And Sugar, despite her ordeal, purred louder than ever before. Scientists still debate how Sugar accomplished her journey. Some suggest cats have magnetic receptors allowing them to navigate like migrating birds. Others propose they can detect familiar scents carried by wind currents over remarkable distances. What science struggles to explain is the why. What force drives an animal to endure unimaginable hardship to find the humans they love? Today, Sugar has regained her weight. The physical scars have healed, though she walks with a slight limp. She never wanders more than a few feet from Mia. The family installed a special tracking collar, just in case, though it seems unnecessary. Some bonds can't be broken by distance, Mia's mother says, watching her daughter and Sugar curled together on the couch. Some connections defy explanation. Sugar's story spread, inspiring thousands searching for their own lost pets to keep hoping. And somewhere out there, on highways and back roads across America, other animals are making similar journeys right now, driven by a force stronger than logic, more powerful than instinct. If you enjoyed, then watch our next video shown on screen.